Hey, yo, what's up? This is KLA Cloud the Wanderer. And yeah, this video I'm gonna be talking about Hercules. The other night, you know, I did uh I did a live and unfortunately it got cut off because of copyright issues and whatnot. But before that, I was watching a movie Arnold Schwarzenegger was in, Hercules of New York. And yeah, and for some reason, I had the thought of wanting to do a discussion about um, Hercules. And I did it with All the Rage George Page, but unfortunately, like I said, it was copyright issues. But so I decided to wanting to do a video on Hercules. And yeah, so I was watching Hercules in New York, and it was about Hercules. Got bored in Mount Olympus, and so he wanted to have an adventure and go to the modern day society of New York at that time. And he got caught up in a lot of adventures and stuff like that. He was like a wrestler and a weightlifter, and yeah. So this was Arnold's first film of the back in 1970. It also starred with Arnold Stang as Pretzi and Deborah Loomis as Hell Camden, directed by Arthur Allen Seligman, written by Aubrey Wisberg. Yeah, and I got some clips. Let me see, show you some clips of it. Yeah, well, some pictures of Hercules. Yeah, so I was watching this the other night, and it was funny. You know, yeah, this is Arnold's first Hercules movie. Yeah, yeah. The Hercules always kind of intrigued me and stuff like that. Just knowing the mythology of it. I mean, it's a lot of stories that I didn't know at the time, and you know, Hercules, known in Greek mythology as Her- Heracles or Hercules, is one of the best known heroes in ancient mythology. His life was not easy. He endured many trials and completed many daunting tasks, but the reward for his suffering was a promise that he would live forever among the gods at Mount Olympus. Was Hercules a god? Hercules was not a god, but was born a mortal. Although, like many mythic heroes, he had a complicated family tree. According to legend, his father was Zeus, ruler of all the Greek gods on Mount Olympus and all the mortals on earth. And his mother was Alcmene, the granddaughter of the hero Perseus. Perseus, who was also said to be one of Zeus' sons, famously beheaded the snake haired Gorgon Medusa. Then, after Hercules was born, Hera sent two snakes to kill him in his crib. The infant Hercules was usually strong and fearless. However, he strangled the snakes before they could strangle him. But Hera kept her dirty tricks. When her stepson was a young adult, she cast a kind of spell on him that drove him temporarily insane and caused him to murder his beloved wife and their two children. Yeah, so these are drawings I did with Hercules. Guilty and heartbroken, Hercules tracked down Apollo, the god of truth and healing, and another of Zeus's sons. Apollo was Zeus's sons, and begged to be punished for what he had done. The 12 laborers of Hercules, Apollo understood that Hercules' crime had not been his fault. Hera's vengeful actions were no secret, but still he insisted that the young man make amends. He ordered Hercules to perform 12 labors for the Messenian king Eurystheus. Once Hercules completed every one of the labors, Apollo declared he would be absolved of his guilt and achieve immortality. First, Apollo sent Hercules to the hills of Nemea to kill a lion that was terrorizing the people of the region. Some storytellers say that Zeus had fathered his magical beast as well. Hercules trapped the lion in his cave and strangled it. For the rest of his life, he wore the animal's pelt as a cloak. Yeah, so I mean, he did like all these tasks, and you know, one thing I learned about Hercules, he had to endure a lot of suffering, and yeah, before growing up, I just knew Hercules as like this strong guy who was half man, half god. Because Hollywood just portrayed him as that. You didn't really see his flaws like that. You know, I know that at one point he was like the Argonauts. Yeah, he was with Jason and Argonauts and stuff like that. Yeah, so basically I made this video because I noticed, well, not noticed, growing up you would see bodybuilders like Arnold and Dwayne Johnson play Hercules. Hollywood always played Hercules. Yeah, I seen Dwayne Johnson as Hercules. I thought it was a cool film. It wasn't as accurate as the Greek mythology, but it was all right. It was decent. There's another person that played Hercules. His name is Steve Reeves. He was Mr. America. He was a bodybuilder. Was Mr. America also? Um, yeah. This is, I think, also another. Oh, this is Ray Park. He also played Hercules. He was a bodybuilder. Yeah. So and another person was Lou Ferrigno. He also played Hercules. His version of Hercules came out in 1983. Yeah, Lou was also best known as playing the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, that's what gave him that stardom. Well, actually, he was in Pumping Iron, the first Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and but he's best known as playing the Incredible Hulk as well. And in the '80s, he played this version of Hercules. You know, you watch it now, it's like you know, they had their own twist to it. He was fighting robots and all this other stuff, and yeah, it was kind of far off from the the Greek mythology Hercules. But I mean, it was entertaining to look at. I gotta admit. Yeah, another person that was Kellen Lutz. He played Hercules. This was 2014. It was the same year. The Rock played Hercules. He had the Hercules movie also. Yeah, I know I'm just showcasing my Hercules animation, but yeah, I could take you guys to the internet a little bit and show you a bit something, little something. Yeah, hold on for a second, guys. Okay, what the hell? I don't know all this stuff popping up. And let me. Okay, what is this? Okay, yeah, this is picture of the Hercules that was played. This is Steve Reeves. Hercules 1958, Hercules and the Queen of Lydia 1959. Okay, they got his age, December 74th, 1926 to 2000, birthplace Glasgow, USA, Montana. Okay, Reg Park. He he plays some Hercules movies. Hercules at the Center of the Earth, 1961. Hercules and the Conquest of Atlantis, 1961. Hercules, Prisoner of Evil. Hercules, the Avenger. Mark Forrest, Goliath and the Dragon. Hercules against the Mongols. Hercules against the barbarians. Hercules against the sons of the sun. Lou Ferrigno, Hercules, The Adventures of Hercules. Oh, so he did like two sequels to this joint. Okay. Hercules and The Adventures of Hercules. Oh, got you. All right. Then Alan Steele, Hercules and the Treasure of the Incas, Hercules and the Masked Rider, Hercules against the Moon Men, Hercules against Rome, Hercules, Samson, Masate, and Uranus the Invisibles. Ken, yeah, finally, you got Kevin Sorbo, Hercules and the Amazon Women, 1994. Hercules and the Lost Kingdom, 1994. Hercules and the Circle of Fire, 1994. Hercules in the Underworld, 1994. Hercules in the Maze of the Minotaur. Yeah, like they were like Hercules TV movies, and then they had the series Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, 1995 to 1999. Yeah, and I used to watch Hercules, with Kevin Sorbo. It used to come on every Saturday on Channel 11 at where I'm at. Yeah, his age is he's 67, birthplace Mount USA, Minnesota. Yeah, so so I just wanted to show you guys the Hercules stuff, like who played Hercules, because I'm not gonna remember it all and then just writing it down and all that type of stuff like that. Yeah, this is a clip of Lou Ferrigno at the Olympia, 1993. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, Lou Ferrigno was a bodybuilder and stuff like that, and yeah, I just wanted to showcase all this stuff, you know. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, that's about it, man. Yeah. So this was about the Hercules movies and stuff. Hercules with Gordon Scott. Hercules against the Mullah. I was watching a little bit of this. Yeah. So yeah. So that's about it with the Hercules thing I did. If you got any comments or anything like that about Hercules, what you knew about the mythology, or anything, who on like what actor you like that's Hercules, yeah, you could put it in the comments and let me know. So peace.